This place is both heaven and hell, a dream and a nightmare at the same time. Yes, I'm talking about Iceland. Known as the land of fire and ice, it sits in the middle of the ocean, surrounded by snow, ice, and volcanic fire. It may be small, but it holds countless stories. With its beauty and its frightening side, it truly feels like it doesn't belong to this world. This is truly a Viking island. Iceland, a remote island nation in the middle of cold seas, has a population of only around 402,000, making it one of the least densely populated places in the world. The country has no army. Yes, you heard that right. It has no armed forces. As one of the safest countries in the world, there's simply no need for one. Even the Prime Minister's residence doesn't have a fence around it. Iceland is also the only NATO member without a standing army. Police officers don't carry guns, and the job is often considered calm, almost even boring. There are only around 150 inmates in prisons across the country. In a nation where nearly 1/3 of the population, about 40,000 people, own firearms. Such a low crime rate is truly remarkable. According to the 2026 Global Peace Index, Iceland is ranked as the most peaceful country in the world. While Iceland was first discovered by chance by various individuals, the first person known to have deliberately sailed there was Floki, whom you may recognize from the Vikings series. A well-known Viking, Floki spent an entire winter on the island and is credited with giving it the name Iceland. In the following years, especially around 874, the first settlers gradually began arriving on the island. Iceland, largely settled by Norwegian Vikings, still clearly reflects this heritage today. The country is like a visual paradise. Much of Iceland is volcanic, with around 200 volcanoes, many of which are still active or ready to erupt. Interestingly, most of these volcanoes have been given female names. This small country is home to around 10,000 waterfalls. Thanks to these waterfalls and its underground geothermal hot water resources, Iceland generates nearly all of its electricity from renewable energy without relying on environmentally harmful sources like coal. This makes it one of the countries with the cleanest air in the world. In fact, it's not just the air, the water and overall environment are exceptionally clean as well. Due to its volcanic nature and abundance of geysers, you can encounter natural hot pools almost everywhere. For Icelanders, these pools are key social spaces where people spend long, relaxing hours all year round. It's even common to briefly step into near-freezing water and then move straight into a hot pool for a unique experience. There are so many geothermal sources that families can even cook food outdoors by burying it in the ground. This is where Iceland gets its hell-like reputation, from the fiery energy hidden beneath its surface. Iceland is among the countries with the highest literacy rates in the world. The number of books and magazines produced per capita is significantly higher than the European average. The government places strong emphasis on education and the development of every child, consistently ranking among the top in children's rights. The country follows a policy of raising fewer but highly educated and socially valuable individuals. To support this, the government provides around $500 per child to encourage participation in after-school sports activities. As a result, Iceland has become one of the healthiest and most athletic societies in Europe. Its achievements in sports are also remarkable, despite having a population of only about 402,000. Iceland ranks near the top globally in terms of success per capita, considering both the number of professional athletes and international accomplishments. The government actively supports a wide range of activities, including extreme and adrenaline-filled sports, to keep young people happy and energetic. This makes Iceland one of the leading places for high adrenaline and adventurous activities. Families in Iceland formally commit in writing to certain rules regarding raising their children, including spending quality time together. Children under the age of 18 are also required to complete periodic surveys, reporting on their relationship with their families to the state. As a result, Icelandic youth are considered among the most well-adjusted, athletic, and optimistic in Europe. It may sound unusual, but Iceland does not follow a traditional surname system. Instead, children are named based on their father's first name. For example, if William Johnson has a son, the child's surname wouldn't be Johnson. If the son's name is Harry, his full name would be Harry Williamson. This system can also be based on the mother's name if preferred. In fact, if you know someone's father's name, you can easily find their contact details, even for high-ranking officials, through public directories. Don't be surprised if you see a baby sleeping alone in a stroller outside in -5 degrees. It's common for parents to leave their children outside in fresh air while they spend time in a nearby cafe. This isn't a new trend, but a long-standing tradition. So what are Icelandic people like? Icelandic culture is a unique blend of Viking heritage, pagan beliefs, and Christianity. While the majority of the population identifies as Christian, there has been a noticeable rise in atheism and pagan beliefs among younger generations, particularly Gen Y and Gen Z. In Iceland, Christianity and pagan beliefs are so deeply intertwined that a large portion of the population believes in supernatural beings such as elves and dwarves. Because of this, it's common to see small houses built for these creatures in people's gardens. Even during road construction, large rocks and caves are often left untouched to avoid disturbing these believed inhabitants. When moving into a new home, it's a tradition to bring bread and salt first, symbolizing prosperity and well-being. Giving knives as gifts is also avoided, as it is believed to harm relationships. Icelanders are often described as warm people shaped by a cold climate, though some tourists perceive them as reserved or even blunt. Despite this, they place strong value on family, friendship, and community bonds. However, when it comes to protecting their environment, they can be very strict. Anyone seen littering or polluting nature may face strong reactions. After all, Iceland is widely regarded as one of the cleanest countries in the world. Iceland's economy is largely based on fishing and seafood, which is natural for an island nation. Around 70% of its exports consist of fish products. Due to its harsh climate, agriculture is very limited, and most fruits and vegetables, including tomatoes, are imported from countries like the Netherlands. As a result, the local cuisine is heavily centered on meat and fish. Both are considered top quality, and according to many experts, some of the best tasting meat and seafood in the world can be found in Iceland. Thanks to geothermal energy, meat can be naturally cooked in boiling underground water or within hot volcanic soil, an approach unique to the country. Even in temperatures as low as -20 degrees Celsius, people can dig into the ground and bake bread. However, fruits and vegetables are scarce and often very expensive. Iceland is not a member of the European Union, but it is part of a shared economic area with several non-EU countries. The country is often called the Land of Fire and Ice, a nickname inspired by its combination of freezing climate and intense volcanic landscapes that resemble something out of a fiery underworld. However, the northern parts of the country are extremely cold, while in the south, during summer, you can see beaches packed with people swimming and sunbathing. The lowest temperature ever recorded is -39 degrees Celsius, while the highest is 29 degrees Celsius, surprisingly moderate for a country known for its icy landscapes. Many streets and roads are even equipped with underground heating systems to prevent ice formation, thanks to its unique natural environment. Iceland has served as both a filming location and inspiration for productions like The Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. Visiting Iceland often feels like stepping onto another planet rather than staying on Earth. Iceland is also known for its progressive stance on LGBTQ rights. In fact, one of the world's first openly gay prime ministers was from Iceland. The country has no railway system, but many people own small private planes, so you can spot airstrips almost everywhere. Although the weather can change within minutes, locals are so familiar with it that they can often predict conditions just by observing the clouds. And here's a fascinating fact: Iceland, a Nordic island in the North Atlantic, has no mosquitoes. Despite being home to around 1,300 insect species, mosquitoes are completely absent. Perhaps one of the most satisfying aspects of Iceland is not only its clean environment and respect for nature, but also the lack of these annoying insects. I believe there's a lot we can learn from them. Icelandic people and Scandinavian societies in general offer valuable lessons. The government actively works to keep people's happiness levels high by decorating streets and public spaces with colorful designs. This is especially important in a country where, during long winters, the sun may not rise for days, and in summer, it might not set for up to 18 days. Keeping spirits high in such conditions is essential. Even pedestrian crossings are designed in creative 3D styles, making people smile while also catching drivers' attention and increasing awareness. As we reach the end of the video, let's not forget that some of the most breathtaking nights in the world can be experienced here. Iceland is the land of the aurora borealis. Just take a look at this view. And with that, we've come to the end of another video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. See you next time.